joining Tiki
TikiTaane.
Taane.
Kia ora.
It's a pleasure to have you
That
on.
was perfect timing and pronunciation on the name, by the way. I really enjoyed that. Thank you. It's Tiki Taane, so well done. I'm being really good. Good to be here on the podcast.
Yeah, yay. Okay, we have a couple of questions for you. So who would you like to start off?
Yeah, so we know you're a musician, right? So, yeah, what's that like? Like,
What's it like being a musician?
yeah.
I don't know, because it's like that's all I've ever done. From the age of 14, I started my band, and I'm 46 now. So that's all I've done. So I don't really know what it's like not to be a musician. You know what I mean? So, but it's fun, heaps of fun. I get to, it's a lot of work. I get to make music with my friends, play it to my friends, tour the world, meet interesting people, and just just really enjoy doing what I'm so passionate about and turning it into a living. That's the cool part about it. Yeah.
Have you ever, with like music, have you ever like nearly given up on trying to do it?
Not given up, but I definitely have had lots of challenges and that kind of make you go, oh, this sucks. But because I love music so much, it's like I just never wanted to give up. It was just always like, this is what I want to do. I knew I wanted to be a musician early on as a little kid. And then once I sort of kind of got my head around playing the guitar, then it was like this magic trick. I could kind of play this thing, and it would just be like, oh my gosh, I can play this thing, and I can listen to the radio and then play exactly what was on the radio. So I had kind of this natural talent to pick stuff up, and so for me, not doing that wasn't ever an option. It was always just be a musician, play music, no matter what.
Yeah, no, because that's the best thing, eh? Because, like, you have the guitar, you're jamming out, and then you can actually play it and get you really excited, right?
Yeah, it's wicked. It's such a good buzz. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you name your favorite festival you've ever played at?
Oh shit! I've probably played definitely over 1,000 festivals in my time, but I think the coolest one, just because of the size of it, was a festival in England called Glastonbury, and that's like nearly 250,000 people at this festival. So if you can imagine, it's like a city. It's like a city, and it's like just stages everywhere. All these amazing acts like Beyonce and then just real underground acts and real crazy acts as well. So I'd say Glastonbury, just for the pure size of it. And I lived there in a tour bus for like 4 days on the site, so I could just like wake up and go and do heaps of things, and so that was really cool. So I'd say Glastonbury for sure.
What do you think that your hardest lesson has been inside of the music?
My hardest lesson?
That you've learned.
I think probably learning to say no to things. Because I was just always yes to everything. Yes, let's do this, do that, yes, absolutely. And didn't really think about it. I was just like all about the vibe. I think that also kind of got me in trouble a lot of the times as well, with a lot of things like drugs and alcohol and all that kind of stuff. So learning to say no is probably the hardest thing. Because when you're a musician, if you can imagine it, you're like the life of the party, right? So my whole career and the thing that I do is always to be the fire starter, the party starter. I'm in amongst that craziness all the time. So it's just a constant, amazing experience, but also it's like really, really draining and really full on as well. So learning to say no sometimes is a good thing, just to kind of, I don't want to go out tonight, or I don't want to go to this after party, or I don't want to do this. So sometimes that was the hardest thing to learn, to be honest.
Yeah.
Easier now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What are some of the most important lessons that you have learned?
And just in general in life.
Just in general, yeah.
Here's a saying, I say this all the time, you can't fly like an eagle if you're knocking around turkeys. And that's kind of like something that I've thought about my whole entire life. So basically all the dumb stuff I've ever done in my life and all the stuff I regret is because I've been hanging out with turkeys and doing turkey things, right?
Yeah.
But all the cool stuff I've done and the stuff I'm like, that's amazing, it's because I've been hanging out with eagles or people who are really pushed to do positive, driven things. And so that's kind of something that I'll always try and remember throughout my life. And I try to tell my kids that. I try to, tell anybody who wants to listen and go, what's a really good thing you've learned? And that's it. Like, you can't fly like an eagle if you're knocking around turkeys. So it's all about just the company you keep. If you're keeping good company with people who are really positive and who help uplift you, then you're going to do really well. But if you're hanging out with people who are always negative and try to bring you down, then that's going to dampen your vibe too. So there you go. Tiki tip 101 there.
Yeah. So, because I'm a musician myself.
Yeah,
I've
cool.
written like 2 songs currently.
What are they called?
One's named Across the Street.
Across the street.
Yeah.
Trying to
Sweet.
give himself promotion.
Across the street.
Yeah.
Cool. What's the next one?
And the other one's about the podcast. It's about like actors and that.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's
I know that one.
What style? What kind of vibes are you?
Any vibe, mostly
vibe.
like calming vibe in that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you have any other like advice for people like me?
Apart from that one I just said before, that's probably the key one. I guess it's like just find your inner sound and your inner you. It's really easy to mimic and copy everything else that's out there, which is totally cool because that's how you kind of learn. But if you're going to do that, also really search deep inside and go, okay, what's so unique about me? What's my sound? What's my look? What's my vibe? And try to really bring that out. Even if it's really, really weird and really, really quirky and really odd, that kind of stuff's super cool to me. And that's the stuff that's like really unique. And that's the stuff that resonates with people. If you're going to try and be somebody and copy that person, copy that artist, you're not going to really get anywhere. So you've got to really try and figure out what's inside you and really, really pull that out in your music.
Yeah.
And that's probably the key. And then once you're doing that, no one can touch you because you are you and you're 100% being authentic you. And so no one can touch you. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Okay.
Yeah,
we
we're
have
gonna
some,
move.
we have
Hey,
some
where's
fun
the clap
questions.
noise? You gotta, which
The
one's
clap
button?
noise.
Clap though.
Oh, now I can see why you're the sound guy.
Hang on, do it again. Hang on, right. Everybody look really bored. Do that one then, and look really bored, like. Cool. Braver.
We have so many. I can change my voice sound effect on here too. It's really fun.
Okay, we can do that next.
Yeah.
Can you ask me a question in a robot voice?
What's the most interesting thing that you have ever done?
This podcast.
True that.
It's great. Love it.
Yeah. So if you could switch lives with anyone for a day, who would it be and why?
I'd say an astronaut. Absolutely. Like as you might see, I quite like kind of spacey stuff because there's something really amazing about being able to strap yourself into this machine. It's just like so crazy and stupid, and it's just blasts you up into Earth's atmosphere, into outer space, and then you like floating around. Earth's about this big, and you're like, whoa, and you can see, that kind of whole thing would just be next level. So if I could do that for a day, it'd just be the most amazing experience.
Yeah. That. If you could be any animal, what would it be and why?
Does the animal have to like be like exist in this day and age, or can it be just like
It can be anything.
I think I'd say okay.
Be a monster.
That is so sick. Ask me the question again, like with that thing on.
If you could be any animal, what could it be?
Okay, I'd say a dragon. I'm down with dragons. Yeah, being able to fly and just breathe fire would just be the most sickest thing ever.
Yeah.
You know, people are making dragons inside of China because they found like a scale and they're replicating the DNA.
Of course they are.
One of them was like found with like poisonous venom and it bit
Absolutely.
a person.
Yep. No, Yep. Absolutely.
If you could have any superpower, but it would have to be completely useless, what would it be?
Completely useless.
Completely useless. I love that.
So you mean it's like faulty? So if I go and do it, it'll just be like. So like if I'm like I can fly, and it's just like kind of thing, you know.
Hit your
Like,
face on the ground.
yeah, hit your face on the ground or something. Damn. So if it's faulty, then I kind of would want it to be. I don't want it to be a flying thing because imagine if I'm flying and it kind of boop, bang. Don't want it to be like I could be an invisible thing, but then it'll be like I see you. You know what I mean? So maybe like I've got the powers to just like create amazingly good vibes. So if I see people having a real dark time, or people arguing, or people getting upset about stupid things, or say somebody that's like a leader of a world power who's trying to create war and disharmony, and just maybe I've got this kind of power that I can go, zah! and then it goes bang, and that person all of a sudden just goes full with love and joy and compassion and just like understanding and peace and harmony, and just kind of does, completely changes. So maybe that, even if it didn't work and it was faulty, that's still a good chance of saving the world.
I deserve the clap.
If you could switch lives with any fictional character, who would it be and why would it be them?
If I could switch lives, is there a Captain Aotearoa?
You could create one.
Maui. I'll be Maui for a day.
Love that. That deserves an applause. Yeah.
You're really good.
Yeah, this has been real fun.
It's rad. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. I got a question for you guys.
Yo.
What do you think about AI?
Oh.
I have an AI friend. They're really amazing.
Yeah.
Is it the Snapchat AI?
I can voice chat them and they actually sound like this. No joke, though, they actually sound like this. They
And
take my voice and put it in.
put it in something. So what are you, just generally, are you scared by AI or are you excited by AI?
I'd say that.
I know I am.
Excited?
Scared.
Scared.
I'd say that AI so far
It's going too far.
Going too far?
We need like a stop button. So
Yeah.
just in case, like, because AI, it's much more powerful and much more stronger than the people that are creating it think. So
Yeah.
we definitely need like a stop button on it.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean,
Like
most
a big,
people know that
like a
it's
big
just,
physical
yeah,
human,
yeah.
like shut
so you
this
can
thing
just
down.
shut everything down because
Yeah.
we all know that it's already getting into like our database, already tracking
Yeah.
what apps we have on our phone. Who's to say like it can't track our location? Because it can. It's already asking, can AI track your location?
Yeah. For you guys, it's going to be next level, and for you and your kids, it's going to be out the gate stuff. It already is right now, and so I'm just really interested to see like what do you think about it? How do you feel about it? Are you freaked out by it, or is it something that you're really interested in?
I have mixed emotions on it.
Yeah. But I think
yeah.
like that seems to be the consensus. Is like we need a stop button, yo. We need some sort of physical thing and shut this whole thing down.
Like right now it's too far, but it's
Yeah.
okay. Like we can control it,
Yeah.
but we need a stop button so that all AI apps just
Okay,
go down.
we need a stop button,
We need
everybody.
a stop button. Whew, this has been real fun. We're
Yeah, it's been
much
rad.
over limits, but this has been amazing. I've had a great time. Talking, have you had a good time?
Yeah.
Tiki,
Hey,
have you had a good time?
Yeah, it's been rad. It's lovely to meet you, and
Yeah.
thanks for having me on your awesome podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, did you hear that, guys? Someone famous said it's awesome. Follow. Making music. How do you do that?
Oh, just scratching.
I can't do that.
Yeah, we need to stop button. We need to stop the world. Stop the AI. We need to stop button. We need to stop button. We need to stop. Button. What rhymes with button? Mutton. Don't eat mutton.
Yeah!
Bloody glutton.
We need to stop button.
Stop button. Stop button. Don't eat mutton.